Hello everyone, welcome back to our Mudbox 2017 series. We went through and sculpted and painted our entire guy here. We're pretty much done. We could always tweak this a little bit further, but for time's sake, I'm actually going to put a wrap on this one. If you select it, so just deselect all so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's what we were working with. I think that we're going to do the paint eyes on another lesson, on another project. It's not really all that complicated. I'm pretty sure even you guys can figure it out, no problem. It's just selecting those objects specifically, creating a layer for them, and projecting an eye texture on there, and then kind of just working the surface over. But again, I'm just going to save that for a different lesson for another project. In this project, I want to go ahead and button this up and get these maps exported out and sent over to Unity. So what you want to do is you want to go over to UVs and maps, and then you'll see there's extract texture maps. You can do a new operation, or if you have an existing one, you can do that as well. Say we want to do a new operation. I said in the previous lesson I'm not going to be actually going through this entire process because I already extracted the maps out. Extracting the maps out could take anywhere from like a minute to 3 minutes per map. So having you guys watch as I extract each one of these maps out would just be a waste of your guys' time. So I will show you what you should set up though. So for transfer paint layers, that's more if you have one object, like a high res to a low res, or or a retopped version of one object. You want to use one as a cage and just project down the texture. You can use transfer paint layers, but we're not going to be using that because we don't have that. We're going to go to ambient occlusion. We can get rid of one of those. If we get an AO map baked out, that'll put bake our shadows down into the creases of our model. Is what you'll want to do is probably have these. Well, first you want to go up to the top here. You'll go to add selected. Well, it's not selected actually. You'll have to go to object list, select our head. It'll turn yellow. Go to add selected, and then you'll go down here where it says add selected. It's at level 5. This is at level 0. If they happen to be at different levels, then 0 on the target and then 5 on the source. You can just click on it and then pick which subdivision level you want to bake from. Going down a little further, I usually turn on best guess, and that will help with the ray casting. The ray casting will shoot in rays and kind of decide on how deep the AO should go. And that goes for every kind of map we're going to bake. Shadow map resolution, 1K can probably do it. 2K you'll probably get the better textures in that you're wanting to get. Map type is a texture. And then you go to base file name. You're going to just click on this. It'll tell you where you want that to be saved. Those are the ones I baked out already. So I'm not going to go ahead and mess with that at all. So then we can go ahead and close this one. Well, once you put this base file name, the ghosted out version of Extract will light up, and then you can hit extract, and it'll go through and do the operation of extracting out that texture map. And the same thing goes for every one of these. These are very simple and similar. So the other three you don't need vector displacement map usually. You can use it, but usually the normal map and displacement map will take care of it. So you just go to displacement map, same deal. This is grayscale. So you're using your level 0, the level 5. Again, same thing, best guess. Again, back to 2K, and then same place you want to have the texture saved out to. And then if you want to add normal map in, same deal. Level 0, level 5, best guess, 2K, and then where you want it to be saved out to. So that takes care of those three file types. The last thing you want to send out is the model itself and the paint textures. So you'd go over to File, Export All Paint Layers. So you go over here. You'd want to have on Merge All Channels. So then you'd say, I'm going to send out this one. It'll merge these 4 channels into one map. If this is not checked, then I'll send out 4 individual maps, and that's not what you want. You want this all to be one texture. Once this is selected, you just go to Export, and it'll pop out that one. You can come back in here, select this one, and then hit Export again, and then I'll bake out your specular map. Your specular is what does the reflectivity of your light off of the skin. The shininess map is that's also what it's called. Okay, so again, I've already baked all these out, so I'm not going to go through and do that. Also, you want to click on here, decide where you want those files to be sent to when they're baked. Okay. Then the last thing you'll do is when you want to drop this guy down to its lowest subdivision level. So you go on the page down, get down to where it's at 0. Okay, 0, 5,000 polygons. Then I'll go to File, Export Selection, and I already exported mine. It's right there, and you just export it. With it, it will also take out some texture maps. I believe it'll put some off to the side here, so you'll end up with some bonus maps. You can just pick out which one you want to use out of the set. Okay, so let's go ahead and cancel that. Next step is I want to bring in Unity now. So let's go ahead and shrink down this, bring in Unity. Okay, and I'm going to go to, actually I guess we'll go to a File Explorer. Okay, here's the head. I'll just bring this, just drag it right into, I'll just put it down here. No, didn't go in there. Nope. Okay. Let's try again. Now it's being difficult. Nope, there it is. Okay. So we're just take our head, put it right there, and I'll rotate it around. Okay, so that's what our head looks like with no maps attached to it at all. We'll go over here to where it says head textures. Inside here, I'm going to create myself a new shader to put on our heads. I'm just going to go to create, go down to materials. So to get that drop down to come out, I just right click in this area. So then go to create, and go over to material. I'm going to call this one head. And let's see here. Unity standard shader has albedo, metallic smoothness, normal height, occlusion. We'll leave that okay for now. We might want to switch this over to an actual specular and see how that looks. But we'll start out with the metallic smoothness first. See if that looks better to us. Okay. Oh, that's the videos. To Mudbox projects. There we go. That's the that right here. That is the color map baked down to one texture. Okay, we're just going to click on that. We'll just call it albedo head. Conventions. Okay. Now let's switch over to our shader here, and we'll go ahead and drag this guy onto here. Okay. And then I can drag this shader onto our head. So just left mouse button, drag this guy over here. Okay. There we go. Now we need to get the rest of the textures in so we can get the rest of the detail on this guy. Okay. So I think that I have them on my desktop actually. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so here's our normal. My computer's going a little bit slow. I got Mudbox, Unity, and I'm streaming. Let's go ahead and call something normal. An extra letter in there apparently. And for some reason Mudbox doesn't, or Unity doesn't like Mudbox normal maps. It also doesn't like substance painters for some reason. So when you put them in here, usually I get a fix now warning. So I'll say fix now. There we go. Okay. Let's keep adding in the maps, getting that texture dialed in. So let's go to this one is displacement. This one is specular. Okay, so let's do this one first. I believe this is our height map. Okay. And this one is my occlusion. I know it doesn't say AO on it, but I know that when I baked it, it stuck my AO on top of my diffuse, so it came out as my diffuse. Okay, so just take that one, stick it inside my occlusion. There we go, that's looking better. Then I have a specular one as well. Okay, this one goes right here. Oh. Get down to like 0.4 or so. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, and that's it. All of our maps are now attached to our model inside of Unity. It's looking fairly decent. I know it looks a little bit weird because he doesn't have any eyes. We put some eyeballs in and things start to look a little bit less creepy. But that will conclude our project for sculpting a head in Mudbox and then transferring all the maps out and putting them in Unity. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next project.